Good morning, and welcome you all to the 2015 Martin Luther King Jr. Assembly. The members of ASB and BSU have been working together to bring you this assembly, and we are so excited to finally present to you our message. We would like to thank Ashley Bayless and Felicia Wright for all their work they have put in.
Now, we ask you to sit back, relax, and open your minds and hearts to the words, movements, and melodies that we will be sharing with you today. We hope this assembly will be as enlightening and enriching an experience for you, just as it has been for all of us. And now, to start off our presentation, we'd like to introduce the BSU Dance Club.
I want you all to remember that a person is not defined by the color of their skin, but rather defined by their actions and their personality. Black people are all different, but there is one thing that we have in common, and that is to be thought of as something more than just the color of our skin. Like Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. said, we may all have come on different ships, but we are in the same boat now. I don't act black, I don't act white. I am black, and I act like myself. Thank you.
Our lives begin to end the day we become silent about the things that matter. Martin Luther King Jr. Hello, my name is Carmilla Hamto, and I'm a junior. Ever since I started at St. Mary's, I knew that I wanted to speak at this assembly, so now that I get to, yikes! Writing a speech about yourself is a bit harder than I thought. Well, I guess I'll just start off by saying it took me a really long time to truly love myself. My caramel skin, my robust body hair, crooked teeth, and my awful vision. You can't miss me with these frames. But I love it all. There is nothing I would change for anybody but myself. But as these types of speeches work, this wasn't always true for me. Calling myself brown feels very empowering to me. So many years I had said it, to white peers and teachers, and to myself. But since I was a child, it was just a face. Nothing attached to it, it just was what it was. My skin was darker than the white kids. It was darker than some of the other kids of color. It had nothing to do with empowerment. In fact, I felt ugly in comparison. I was not thin, or light-skinned, or straight. I was chubby, I was brown, and I was queer. I still am. I was angry. Angry at my peers, angry at myself, my family, angry at the world for making me feel so small and complicated. Why couldn't I have just been at least thin, if not lighter-skinned? Why did I like girls sometimes? Could I have been any hairier? Sometimes I wish to conform. I just wanted to be what I saw around me instead of faking it all the time. I was content with blending. I was content with silence. In the midst of my depression, I found rock and roll camp for girls, where I picked up guitar, made new friends, and found a home. A few summers later, I started going to Student Alliance Project, a youth leadership and social justice camp, and I found another place to belong, with a whole new set of friends, feelings, and experiences. Now, after trying for so long to be something that I'm not, I have come to my senses. My skin, my culture, my family, and my very existence in this world, still wrecked with hate, is a source for pride for me. I wear my skin no longer as something to hide behind, but as something to love and to cherish. I am not defined by my struggles, but by my individual efforts to help create a world that is safe for people like me, and for people who are negatively affected by systems of oppression that I benefit from. Anti-Blackness, transmisogyny, ableism, and any other intersection of hate. Brown to me is something that will never change. I would never want it to. I'm a strong, queer person of color, a strong, queer, Filipino, Pakistani kid, and I love myself. I love myself because I want all brown and black kids to love themselves. I love myself because I need to use my pride as a weapon for justice. Hiding is not the answer. Silence is not the answer. Martin Luther King Jr. once said, "Our lives begin to end the day we become silent about the things that matter." Don't ever stop talking. Thank you.
And I'm a junior. The first time I felt ashamed of my blackness was in the second grade. My friends and I were making up a music video. I didn't think my hair was weird. It was just my hair, and I hadn't thought about the difference between mine and theirs. Unfortunately, this seemingly harmless comment would affect how I viewed myself for years to come. I did whatever I could to be like those girls as I grew up. I had my hair straightened, and I never spoke slang. I would even smile and ignore any offhand remarks they made about black people, just so they would continue to like me. I considered myself to be one of them. My friends would often say, "You don't act like most black people," or "I consider you white." I never realized how offensive these comments were. They were basically saying, "You're not like those loud, uneducated people, you're like us." I actually took pride in myself when people said these things, as sad as it is to admit. But this validation was not enough for me. Even though I talked and acted white, I could never be white. This fact created self-hatred, embarrassment, and anger. While I was idolizing white beauty, I was ignoring black beauty and my work. When I entered high school, nothing changed until the summer before my junior year. A lot happened this summer, specifically to the black community. There was so much tragedy, and despite the sadness and pain, I felt connected with my people. There was unity and understanding from an unfortunate event. I came to realize that the more I embraced the black community, the more I began to love and embrace myself. I no longer felt inadequate or less than other races. I found beauty in black culture and fell in love with my skin. Before, I was so obsessed with what I was not, and I hated myself for it. When I realized who I was and accepted my heritage, I became a happier person. As Martin Luther King Jr. said, "I have decided to stick with love. Hate is too great a burden to bear." Thank you.
Do you have to think twice before you wear a certain color? Has a cashier ever asked you to show your money before you can reach for the pack of gum? Have you had someone ask if the janitor was your father? Or have someone around the store follow you because your hands are only good for stealing and picking? Why is it that only the colored kids feel the need to speak on this day? Don't we all as a human race have the responsibility to carry this deferred dream on? Why am I asked when I fell in love with my color? When did I stop or was taught to hate my earth-colored skin? I have always loved my brown color. When did you fall in love with the absence of yours? Why do we push the emphasis on the difference of our superficial when the deep-rooted emotion to stop the separation is within? This is not Black history, it's American history. Racism, stereotypes, and other brands are spread like a disease, but no one ever wants to find the cure. We live in a society that covers the truth and enables a lie. Racism and stereotypes are not born but are taught. When will we cease to ignore the important issues but confront them? Are you not tired to see your brothers and sisters being persecuted for something that God has deemed beautiful? There are many excuses that people make. Why did he run? Why didn't he raise his hand? Tell me why would you stand in the line of fire when you know the trigger is rigged? Rigged by the thoughts society places in us as people about each other. We can make a change. Do not be deceived by the belief that you don't have an effect. This is an outcry for people of all colors, genders, religions, to stand in the unity of a brotherhood, hand in hand in defense of whatever man and woman has the right to equality. I've heard a single snowflake never feels responsible for the avalanche. But without the unity of those snowflakes, the earth would have never produced such power. A great man once said, "Our lives begin to end the day we become silent about things that matter." That man was Martin Luther King Jr., telling you to remain silent no more.
Being Black in America means to me. My opinion is opinionated as intellectually weak, not by all, but by some. Being Black in America makes my words automatically dumb. Being Black in America means you're athletic, that there's no type of wisdom held in your genetics. Being Black in America is hard to explain, undermines our struggle, and overlooks our pain. Being Black in America means to me that a man can kill an innocent Black teen and a jury can set him free. Being Black in America makes me wonder, how long will our people tear each other down as our youth continues to play? Being Black in America holds division. When love and hip-hop and all these housewives can be broadcasted on national television, deteriorating our dignity, while there are everyday Blacks working ruthlessly to build our humanity. Being Black in America means to me that an unarmed Black 18-year-old can be gunned down and shot 10 times by Ferguson police, while that same officer gets off on paid administrative leave, and those Blacks rally to protest, and those cold, dirty streets. Being Black in America means to me that a group of New York City police officers don't know what it means when a Black man says, "I can't breathe." So with these words I speak to enforce that change. No justice, no peace. If you're Black in America, you are going to struggle. Not always financially, but racially, not by all, but by some. Being Black in America makes my words automatically dumb. Being Black in America means you are known for your lives. You must fight for the rights, and you must fight for your life. Being Black in America means artificial equality. Our law claims to protect us, yet demolishes our honesty. If you're Black in America, your failure is their happiness. They become satisfied when you continue to kill off your statuses. Being Black in America means you are stereotyped. You are a victim if your skin isn't naturally white, not by all, but by some. Being black in America makes my words automatically dumb. If you're black in America, to them, your money is legal. You sell drugs and you steal to support all of your people. Being black in America means you are judged. You try your hardest to succeed, but sometimes it just isn't enough. If you're black in America, they hate when you're successful. They'd rather hold you down because otherwise it's more stressful. Being black in America means you are hated, not by all, but by some. Being black in America makes my words automatically dumb. Wait. Being black in America gives you a little more edge. You have the opportunity to prove them wrong with the weight of your success. If you're educated and black in America, you hold the key to your own. They become scared when you strive to achieve and accomplish all of their goals. We are blacks in America. We have the chance to make a change, to stand on top of our nation and earn respect for our names. Yes, all of us, no, not some. Being educated, hardworking, ambitious, determined blacks in America makes my words no longer dumb.
You may tread me in the very dirt, but still, like dust, I'll rise. Does my sassiness upset you? Why are you beset with gloom? 'Cause I walk like I've got oil wells pumping in my living room. Just like moons and like suns, with the certainty of the tides, just like hopes springing high, still I rise. Did you want to see me broken? Bowed head and lowered eyes, shoulders falling down like teardrops, weakened by my soulful cries. Does my haughtiness offend you? Don't you take it awful hard, 'cause I laugh like I've got gold mines digging in my own backyard. You may shoot me with your words, you may cut me with your eyes, you may kill me with your hatefulness, but still, like air, I'll rise. Out of the huts of history's shame, I rise. Up from a past that's rooted in pain, I rise. I'm a black ocean leaping and wide, welling and swelling I bear in the tide. Leaving behind nights of terror and fear, I rise into a daybreak that's wondrously clear. I rise, bringing the gifts that my ancestors gave. I am the dream and the hope of the slave. I rise, I rise, I rise. Woo!
Cannot be told in a short story or even in a melody of songs, for it is far too rich, far too harmonious, and deliberately stimulating. It is a living experience, always changing, always giving, and always becoming the foundation that gave moral, physical, and spiritual support to a great and powerful people. Gospel music is a shining beacon of hope, a fantastic journey of joy divine, and a triumphant victory in God that comes from deep down in the souls of God's chosen people. The greatest melodies and the most stimulating songs have been given to this nation and to the world through the African American experience. Now, please welcome Laura and Maurice Phillips to share with us a gospel hymn.
He gave me my ear
name is Jackie Smale, and I have a dream that all children, white and black, will have equal access to the same high quality of education, and higher education will be accessible and affordable for all.
My name is Abby Dice, and I have a dream that our community recognizes current events as a call to action. Each and every one of us is responsible for the justice in our society, and there's no time like the present to work for equality.
My name is Laura Phillips, and I have a dream that all of us, regardless of our backgrounds or present circumstances, find our ability to use our voices against injustices and embrace the diverse voices and opinions around us.
My name is Nikki Lundson, and I have a dream that we as a country will recognize the value of people regardless of race, that we as a people will understand and nurture the human spirit of those oppressed and strive for equality.
My name is Carolyn Ambrose, and I have a dream that our government will settle for no less than justice, and we are able to work with those in power to end ingrained racism and the police brutality that harms members of our own community.